course, gym culture has changed and evolved. There have become a lot of things that have been super normal that maybe were not super normal in the past. A lot of things that are normal maybe for bodybuilders but have started to become normal for people who are going to the gym casually. And along with that, there have been a lot of things that I agree with and a lot of things I disagree with. Things that I think the regular person should be doing, things I don't think the regular person should doing. I'm a stupid fucking bitch. Things people should be doing, things people shouldn't be doing. So I'm gonna be telling you guys 5 things, or maybe 6, or maybe 7, or maybe 3, or maybe 4, I don't know. We're just gonna talk about things I do not do as a gym girl to keep my sanity, to keep myself happy, to be cute and sweet and awesome. I don't know. These are just things I don't do. Number 1, I do not do regular cut and bulk cycles. Does that mean I don't lose weight intentionally? Absolutely not, because as you guys know, in my journey, or maybe you don't know because you're not up to date with the sheep folklore, I started out 250 pounds. I'm still losing weight from 250. My goal weight is 145, which I'm not really married to that idea, but needless to say, I am in the process of losing weight. So is that to say I wouldn't cut and do it? Does that mean that I don't think it's okay to cut? No, I think there's circumstances where you need it. Just like bulking, there is circumstances in which you need it. However, regular cut and bulk cycles, like bulking in the winter and cutting in the summer, these things inevitably mess with your hormones no matter who you are as a human being. Constantly gaining and losing weight is not normal or healthy for most people. Bodybuilders popularized it, bodybuilders do it, other sports do it, like that include weighing, like boxers, wrestlers, whatever. If they're going into a fight, they lose weight, but they normally gain weight when they're outside of their fights, yada yada yada. But I don't think cutting and bulking regularly was ever intended for normal people. I don't think that every normal person walking down the street needs to be cutting and bulking. I don't think that that's realistic. I think that that's also pretty detrimental to your body's health over time, because constantly gaining and losing weight is just not good for you. And we all know that. So we need to apply it even when we're doing cutting and bulking cycles. Now, a reason that I say that it's not mandatory and it's something I don't do is because you actually don't even need to bulk to gain muscle, and you also don't need to cut to see muscle. When you're in a maintenance, you can gain muscle. You can even gain muscle in a deficit. Is it hard? Absolutely. But you don't need to bulk to gain muscle. Most of the time when you bulk, you're only retaining, 10 to 20% of muscle. It's like 6-7% muscle. Just kidding. But when you lose that fat, you don't even retain all the muscle that you gain on that bulk. So you're honestly better off trying to gain muscle in a maintenance rather than purposefully making yourself gain weight. The other thing is too, I've always had problems with food. I've always had an unhealthy relationship with food. So I've never been able to actually lose weight on purpose and be chill and normal about it. When I gain weight, I become obsessed with food, and it's just not good for me. You know what I mean? If I ever were to bodybuild, I would do that. I would purposefully gain weight and lose weight, but as of right now, I think for my mental health, obsessing with my weight going up and down constantly, especially when I'm not a bodybuilder. Yes, my dogs are kissing. Yes, you see that correctly. Especially because I'm not a bodybuilder, it doesn't feel very necessary. Babies. Number 2 on the things I absolutely do not do is fasted cardio. This has been something that's been getting more popular recently in the gym community. I don't know why nobody's pointing it out, but there is no positive to waking up on an empty stomach fasted and doing your cardio. There is literally nothing that comes out of that has been proven to be beneficial over regular cardio itself. I don't even know why it became popular again, but basically the myth is that doing fasted cardio makes your metabolism faster because doing it while you're fasted boosts your, I don't even know. People think it makes you lose more fat. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense to me, but that's what people think. And honestly, it's just one of those things I would never do, because when I'm hungry, I don't train or perform well. I will never do a workout without food in my body. I actually prefer to work out 2 meals into my day. 2 meals and 2 freaking snacks into my day. I would rather work out in the middle of the day with food in my body than wake up fasted with a headache and work out. It doesn't even make any sense. Not to mention your performance goes down with the less meals you have in your body anyways. So maybe you could have gone harder in that cardio if you were fueling your body instead of just being like, no, I'm gonna do it fasted because that's what people do. There's literally no good reason for it. So that's something I will never do as a gym girl. Number 3 is I don't skip workouts just because they're hard or just because they're difficult. For example, squats, deadlifts, Bulgarian split squats. A lot of people think, well, those are too hard to understand the form of, therefore they're too dangerous, and therefore I shouldn't do it. And that is the furthest from the truth. Just because a workout has a risk involved if you do it wrong doesn't mean that that workout should be vaulted and put on the back burner because you think that it's dangerous. Like, deadlifting has a lot of dangers, and honestly, I don't really do deadlifting, but if I wanted to, or if I knew it was going to make me get significant gains, I would do it. So a better example would be like Bulgarian split squats. Bulgarian split squats are hard. They're not easy to get the form right, and a lot of people don't like them, but that doesn't mean you should take them out and you shouldn't do them. So for me, if there's a workout that I don't like because it's difficult, I'm not just gonna not do it because I'm like, oh, this is so hard, because that's not helping me, and it's honestly not helping anybody. At the end of the day, I'm at the gym. That's already hard enough. Might as well try my best and do those hard workouts even though they might be a little bit difficult. A lot of people say, oh, I don't squat because squatting is just hard to figure out, yada, yada, yada. And I get that. If you don't like barbell squatting, you could do something like hack squatting. You could do like Smith machine squatting, as long as you are squatting. But a lot of people say, I don't squat because it's too hard. You need to squat. And I'm not saying you have to barbell squat or anything, but avoiding workouts simply because they make you uncomfortable makes no sense, because that's exactly why you should be doing a workout. You're at the gym to be uncomfortable and to be pushed out of your comfort zone. You should be doing the workouts that are a little bit harder for you. So I will never skip a workout just because it's hard and just because it's difficult. The fourth thing I do not do as a gym girl is I do not skip rest days, and I don't feel guilty about it at all. I have 2 rest days. I work out 5 days a week and then I have 2 rest days. I was taking 3 rest days for a little bit, but as I previously mentioned, I don't work anymore, so I don't get a lot of steps, so having 5 days was just better than having 4. But I will never skip a rest day, because at the end of the day, your muscles grow while you're in rest. If you're skipping your rest days, your muscles are not going to grow, and you're not honoring your body in the way it needs to be honored. Going to the gym is hard, but the recovery is also super important. You need to make sure you're sleeping 8 hours, you need to make sure you're resting, you need to make sure you're drinking enough water. So you might think adding another workout into your routine, going 6 days a week, going 7 days out a week, you might think that doing that is going to give you better results. But I promise you, you do not need to go more days in order to see more results. You need to put more work in to see more results on the days that you go. But adding more days and having less rest is not the way to go. I would say having 1 rest day is the bare minimum, but I would suggest for everybody to have 2 or 3 rest days a week just to make sure your body's really calming down. Number 5, the thing I don't do as a gym girl, is freaking run. This is gonna be the last one. I don't freaking run. I don't care if that makes me freaking the Pillsbury Doughboy. I don't care if that makes me a gluttonous hog. I don't care what that makes me in your book, my book, or God's book, or whoever's book. I don't care what that makes me. I can't run. So many gym girls go down the lifting to running pipeline, and I just don't get it. Why would you run a run on purpose? The only time I will ever run in my life is if somebody's chasing me. And I don't care if I'm not fast enough when that day comes because I never run. I don't care. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I don't know how people go from freaking lifting to running. They're like, oh, it's so much fun. Lifting is fun. You lift, you put it down, that's freaking fun. You're strong, testosterone's flowing through your body. Running, you're just in a constant state of freaking fight or flight. And that's the thing, I'm better at running now. I actually ran 2 miles consecutively a few weeks ago. It was 20 minutes, but I ran 2 miles without stopping. That's pretty crazy due to my track history when it comes to running. No pun intended, but it is so difficultly unbearable for me to run. Honestly, cardio is just hard for me in general, but I just try to do the treadmill and the Stairmaster or walking. I'm never gonna run for my cardio. That's what I'm saying. Fuck running. So yeah, there's 5 things I don't do as a gym girl. Thank you guys for watching. If you want me to make a video about anything, leave it in the comments. Let me know how you guys have been liking my 2 upload a week videos, because I'm having fun doing it.